Good morning, YouTube. Wednesday, September 17th, we got ourselves another MLB slate breakdown. If you guys have not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe. And if you guys are not leaving a like or a comment to let me know that you're here, please do so that I can see and feel the support. I appreciate all of you guys. We are growing. We have just crossed 1,500 subs on YouTube. We got to make that 2,000. So let's keep going, keep dropping subs, and hopefully these streams keep providing you value. And I cannot wait to expand what these will become. When we're going to look back on this in like 3 months, you're going to say, wow, remember when it was just this little thing where he was just talking on a screen? It's going to get way different. So keep dropping subscriptions, keep liking, keep commenting, and we will get there. So here's what we got today, man. We got 15 games across the slate today. Looking into the weather, though, that's all I got to say is a little bit of ay. Not feeling like a particularly beautiful day for weather. The site that you see right here on the screen, right there, rudebets.com. This is the MLB simulation model for those of you who are unfamiliar. It's what I'm going to be going through today, and it's what I use as my primary research tool for finding plays. There also is access to an NFL college football model as well. So if you subscribe to rudebets.com, you get access to everything that is available on the site as well as the Discord community. We're looking at rain in Atlanta, Washington, and San Diego and New York Mets. Those look like the only two with like significant rain. Probably are going to avoid those for player props. At the bottom of the screen, also way at the bottom, we have two things. One, Kalshi. Sign up for Kalshi if you haven't yet. Use code RUBETS when you sign up. It's a prediction market. Prediction markets are, for many reasons, changing the game. I think it's essential to be using a prediction market on top of sports books. It's legal in all 50 states. Make sure you sign up for Kalshi. Use code RUBETS. There also should be a link in my bio. There should be a link in my link tree for joining Kalshi with my code. Pretty easy. But yes, sign up for Kalshi. Prediction markets are insanely valuable to have. For one, they trade more like a stock market. So for those of you guys who don't know how prediction markets work compared to like a sports book app, very different. It trades like a stock market, meaning a couple things. First and foremost, it allows you to... So when you're in a sports book, say you're having a bet that's winning and you want to cash out, you are at the will of the sports book to cash out at whatever offer they give you. With prediction markets, it gives you basically a crowdsourced true probability at all times, and when you cash out, you're cashing out at that probability. So what's the likelihood that your team wins kind of thing? You're getting a fair value for your cash outs. Two, you get to set your price that you want. Say you want to... I don't know. So you want the Reds here, and you want them at minus 131 or at a 57% chance to win the game today. What you can do is you can set a bid order to get this play at 57% because that's where you want them at. Say they're currently trading at 59%. It'll eventually fill, and then you get a better price. Whereas the sports book, you can't determine what price you want to get a team at. You're just at the will for whatever the book has the line at. So join Kalshi. And then at the way bottom is the home run parlay of the day. Long shot, 4 legs, pretty crazy. Throw a couple bucks on it if you want to have some fun and sweat it out. But we are, as you're going to see here, in a day where there's not really much for home runs. At least not for like drastic, crazy probabilities. So, you go, bro. Tune in early before I head to the Army base. What up? What up, Mar for President? I appreciate your service, man. It was the 5-leg. Marcy over 1.5 total bases. Yelly Homer. Terang over 1.5 total bases. Brewers minus 1.5. Montgomery 1.5 total bases. That is brutal. So close, too. That's tough. Good morning, Camden. That is brutal. That is brutal. Yeah, Montgomery stunk it up yesterday, huh? That's always the worst when guys have, like, pretty decent data. I mean, albeit Montgomery's generally home run or bust. He's not a big, like, high on base, high average guy. I'm going to look at him real quick while we're on that topic. Yeah, 232 average versus righties, pretty low. Rarely projected for hits. He's going to get his hit from like a home run, or his total bases from a home run generally. Versus righties yesterday, 77 exit velo. This was a good hit. Oh, wait, that's 2 days ago. He only had one batted ball yesterday, and it was a dud. A pop-up. Yeah. Tough day for Montgomery, man. Tough day. Cubs, Pirates. Cubs is a dog yesterday. Pretty easy play. Like I said, Skeens wasn't going to go that deep in the game. He actually pitched way more pitches than I expected, but he got taken out pretty early. The only reason he pitched that many pitches is because they couldn't afford to take him out in the 3rd inning. He was getting smacked around. You took a 3-leg, less than 1.5 total home runs in the game yesterday based on yesterday's stream, and it hit. Thank you. WM, is it WM Shop? Chop? WMSC Chop Hop? Anyway, WM. I'm going to call you WM. So like total home runs in the game? Is that what you're talking about? So you took like, I don't know, Cubs Pirates less than 1.5 home runs kind of thing, but for 3 different games? Yeah, those might hit if that's the play you took. Like I wouldn't be surprised if that becomes a pretty regular cash for you moving forward. So there is some bad home run weather in September. So in this game, Cubbies minus 121. Their line is minus 142. That is pretty tough. It's actually pretty interesting to look at. Let me look at what. So we have them with a 55% chance to win this game. I want to see something here real quick. 1 second. Yeah, Kalshi. It's crazy. It's actually insane when you take away like the book odds when it comes to money flow and you look at just probability modeling on a prediction market, how often my simulator has a win probability that is in line with what the prediction market has. And if you didn't know this, prediction markets are generally considered the most accurate predictive indicators for events ever. They have like since like 1890. They've been around forever, but since like 1899, from like 1890s to like 1945, prediction markets predicted the president of the United States 100% of the time because it's not taking into account polls and all these different things. It's literally just following a crowdsourced model where there's studies that have been done this. But if you ask like 2,000 people to guess like how many beans are in a jar, right? And then you take the average of every single guess, it ends up being really close to the true probability. Anyways, my model has them with a 55% chance. The prediction market has them at 56% chance. So, yeah, pretty accurate here on this one, in my opinion. Matthew Boyd going against Johan Oviedo. I really like this guy. Oviedo's been nasty. This guy's gnarly. 26% strikeout rate. Really low home run rate. Guy's been insane. Low hits, high walk rate. That's the only thing for Oviedo is his walks are high. Yes, Cubs pit less than 1.5, Boston Athletics less than 1.5, and Cincinnati, St. Louis total home runs in the game. Nice. Yeah, that's probably going to be a common theme, man. I think you'll be able to hit that pretty frequently moving forward. So you pick your spots. In this one, negative 24% home run ballpark factor. That's an insane negative number here in Pittsburgh. Insane negative number here. I don't see really anybody for a home run, although I'm surprised there were home runs yesterday in this one too. This very well could have been another one that had no home runs, but yeah, I don't really see a path to anyone hitting one here today. Low home run rate for Oviedo. I think it's a low home run rate for Matt Boyd too. Yeah. So both pitchers limit home runs, and there's terrible home run weather. So pretty low scoring game. 7 total runs here. Yesterday also predicted to be low scoring, and it was very low scoring. Over-under in this one is 7.5. I probably wouldn't touch that under. It's a little too close. It's not like yesterday. Yesterday was a bit better at 8.5, but bad pitch mixes for both teams. I think this game's a fade. Maybe you could look at pitcher strikeouts here or unders. I don't see many of these guys doing much, man. Holy cow. Oviedo over 4.5 strikeouts. Pittsburgh pitchers, they just got eliminated from the playoffs, too. Pittsburgh pitchers scare me with pitch counts. I'm afraid they're going to get pulled early. So Oviedo might cook. If he pitches a full start, yeah, I definitely think he can get up to 6, but I do not think he's equipped. Let me look at what he did last start. I don't think he's equipped to go that deep today. Oviedo, his last start, he went 5.2 innings. But how many pitches? 85. Okay, so they gave him 85 pitches. Start before that, 78. Start before that, 53. Start before that, 75. So he's going to go to the 75 to 80 range. Yeah, I mean, over 4.5 strikeouts for Oviedo could be an okay play. It could be decent. Assuming he can get to 5 innings here, should be okay. Boyd, on the other hand, I don't think he really goes over 5.5. But Game 2, Reds and Cardinals. Reds and Cardinals here. Brady Singer going up against Andre Payante. Payante. Payante's actually been pretty decent. Negative 14% weather here. So, ay. Also, I do want to shout out the follows. Thank you. I just noticed them now, but Would a Kid 215, thank you for the follow, and Cozy 32 Red, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. Man, this is another rough game for home runs. Possibly another under home runs, whatever line thing, 1.5 play here. Payante, let's see where he struggles. Hits. He gives up hits. Just scrolls also really at 450 viewers is live. He's using past 5 and 10. So one, yeah. Well, some people like to do that. Whatever you do, don't scroll TikTok lives during NBA season. If you think that's bad, wait till you scroll a TikTok live during NBA season. Oh my goodness. There's just one guy that I always see that specifically, it's like, I feel bad because like he's very confident in how he talks, so he sounds like he's gonna help people, but then people fall for those traps, and I just feel bad. I don't think any of those people are well, not any, but I don't think most of those people are ill-intended. I just think that they don't know better. But that's what the books need. That's what, honestly, that I hate to say it, but those things are actually kind of good for us. Those things are kind of good for us, if we're being honest, because at the end of the day, especially on like a prediction market or on like ProfitX or Novig, in some instances, not in all, but in some instances, could be the people that fill your orders. Like if you wanted to take the Orioles at a really good price or something, and they're just looking at like the White Sox last 5, I don't know, it's just a stupid example. Like those are the types of people that'll fill your orders. If you're making orders on like a market where you can actually an exchange essentially like Kalshi where you can place orders. But that's the thing is like doing what I do, doing this, it is extremely difficult. I'm not going to beat around the bush. Like this is very hard to do accurately, which I've proven obviously I think many, many times over across multiple sports that the modeling systems that I've built out are good. They work. I mean, you can just look at a line right now and see that what I'm modeling out is very close to what market value is for most of these games, if not all. It's very hard to do this. So if you can't make a model like this, what else are you going to rely on? You got to rely on just the available information that you have, I guess, which is some of those like trend sites, last 5 data points, all that stuff. So without being able to model price, what else do you lean on? But that's also how you long-term probably end up losing. Yeah, so Reds Cardinals, there's not going to be anything there, honestly. There really isn't. Orioles Sox. Orioles are okay here today. The only problem is this one. I hate. Here's the thing: when it comes to money lines, the lower the score, the harder it is to really get a good hit. You know what I mean? Cannon, you just got hired today for a good production job for a massive company. Congrats, dude. That's awesome. Hell yeah. Congrats. W Camden. Production job too. That's cool. That sounds pretty sweet. Like, what are you going to be doing? Like a TV show production, or like, what do you mean? A movie? Or maybe I'm completely wrong and it's something else. But, anyways, what I was saying here: low scoring games, money lines, and tight win probabilities like this, like 57-43. Like that's close. That's pretty close if we're being honest. Even though the Orioles are a good price at -120, it's just when it's a low-scoring game, it leaves the door open for a team to win. So I probably would stay away from this one. I'd probably stay away from this one. Joining late, good call on Guards, Cubs, and Phillies. There you go, JP. Yeah, there were some dogs yesterday, man. There were some dogs. Not all the dogs hit. Like I also like the Royals. They missed, but for the most part, especially for taking them as straights, there were some dogs that were hitting yesterday for sure. King late to the stream so far. Nothing. We're only on game 3, so first 2 games pretty dry. Honestly, game 3 here looks pretty dry too. Very low scoring, very bad pitch mixes. Really not a whole lot in this one either. Maybe an under. Although the Orioles did explode yesterday. Yeah, 8.5. I wouldn't, if there's not much else on the slate, I wouldn't mind being on the under in this game. Orioles White Sox under 8.5. I wouldn't mind it. But then again, both of these teams have really bad bullpens and can get out of hand like it did yesterday. But that's the side I'd rather be on. Game 4, Giants D-backs. 9 over under is 9 in this one. Okay, this could be a decently high scoring game. Verlander going up against Brandon Pfaadt. Whew. Building the lead, Costco and whatnot that have the flyers for the home remodeling. I'll be building them. Oh, and the LED board that goes behind them. Oh, nice. Yeah. Nice. Congrats. That's awesome. Money line here, Giants minus 106 with Verlander on the mound against Pfaadt. I don't mind that. Now, this is one where it's like, okay, you get good value, and it's projected to be decently high scoring, which means that, one of these teams could run away with it. Yeah, I don't mind the Diamondbacks here as an underdog with Verlander. Although, let's look at his stats. Yeah, they're good. The low home run rate's what I was looking for. Hits are average. Strikeouts are a little above average. Walks are good. The home run rate's low. I like that. I don't mind Devers as a long shot for a homer today either. I think Devers is a pretty good play, all things considered. Only a 17% chance to hit a home run. But on this slate today, that's not a bad probability. Versus righties, pretty good data history. Pretty good trends here, I guess. 40% hard hit rate's not bad. Over 90 exit velo, not bad. I'd like to see it more in the 95s, but yeah, not terrible. 30 fly ball, that's okay. No homers in the last 10. He's got one here in the last 20. Yeah, I don't mind Devers as a long shot for a homer today if you're looking for something. Hits, runs, and RBIs wise, a little low for Elliot Ramos. Adames is decent today. I think he gets a hit. I don't really know about much else for Willie. This is good history, though. This is good history. 4 for 7 with a homer, 2 extra base hits. How's he trending? Trending pretty similar to Devers. Okay, last 10's really good, though. Last 10 for Willie's pretty solid here. But last 5's pretty bad, actually. It's okay. 60% hard hit rate's not bad. It's actually pretty good. Fly ball is what I do like to see for Willie. That fly ball number, it's going up. So, it's trending upwards on fly balls. Yeah, Willie's decent today. He's not bad. Kind of reminds me, yesterday I know we talked in depth about Merrill. I was like, I don't know about him for a home run probability, but he's been smacking the hell out of the ball. He's in a decent matchup. I liked Merrill for total bases. He ended up hitting a home run yesterday. Willie's kind of similar. This is pretty similar to what we saw yesterday to Jackson Merrill. Not as drastic. Jackson Merrill jumped off the page a little bit more than Willie here, but I think Willie could be a decent play here for like hits, runs, and RBIs, maybe total bases. Possibly a home run. Possibly. But same with Matt Chapman. I still think Devers would be my favorite play here for a home run on this team, though. For the D-backs, really just would be hits, runs, and RBIs. Ketel Marte, Corbin Carroll. Like we just saw, Verlander doesn't really give up home runs at a high rate, so I wouldn't expect there to be home runs in this one for the D-backs. At least nothing that's like actionable, bettable, right? Like there might be a home run for the D-backs today, maybe 1 or 2, but there's nothing that jumps off the page as like you should take this as a bet. I'd be more inclined to be taking these guys on total bases. Corbin Carroll total bases today is something that I think would be a bit better. 2 for 11, not really good numbers versus Verlander. Versus righties. Look at this. Let me go to the last 5. Look at that average exit velocity and hard hit rate for Corbin Carroll last 5 versus righties. Now that's jumping off the page. 106, 100% hard hit rate. That's insane. So Corbin Carroll today, total bases. I like it. I do like it. That would be my play today on the D-backs. Everybody else probably could throw in the garbage. You found your play. It's Corbin Carroll. It's Corbin Carroll total bases. Even Ketel Marte looks okay, last two especially, but yeah, it's Corbin Carroll today for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. Braves Nationals. Three plus total bases. Is that his line? Oof. If that's his line, man. I'd rather be at 2+, but if it's a terrible line, then maybe you could risk it. At that point, you might as well take him for like a double. I wonder if you could just, instead of taking him on total bases, just take Corbin Carroll to hit a double. But yeah, maybe 3+. It's in play. He would just he'd probably need 2 hits. Maybe he gets a triple, but he'd probably need 2 hits. Braves -144. It's not a bad price here against the Nats, but this game I already talked about earlier. We're probably not going to talk about it. It looks like it's going to get rained out, or at least like heavily delayed, kind of like yesterday. Rain all day in the DC area. There's a pretty big chance of rain in this game. So, not very good to bet on. Braves probably win it, but then you get into the situation like, what if the game starts and then the third inning they go into a delay and then Waldrop is out and then they put in their bullpen, like these rain games get weird. Rain games are not one you want to be looking at. Guardians, Tigers, Guardians, once again, I think you can run back Guardians as a dog. I think you run back Guardians as a dog today. Flaherty versus Gavin Williams. Honestly, pretty even pitching matchup. And you're getting the Guardians at +120. Where's the Guardians here? Let's see. On Kalshi, Guardians, 44% chance. Yeah, I like that. I think we got the line flipped from the book here. Gavin Williams has been really... I like Gavin Williams, man. Home runs are a little high, but hits are low. Walks are his issue. So, home runs are a little high too. So Riley Green could be in play, but 16%, -14%. I wouldn't touch it. I wouldn't touch home runs with this weather. Not with a -14%. I think the real only play in this game is Guardians on the money line. Although, what's Flaherty's strikeout line? Flaherty over 5.5 strikeouts too. It's worth considering. Look at that strikeout rate. 27.81% of batters faced he strikes out. Definitely worth looking into Flaherty on strikeouts today. Yeah, I would keep that on your radar if you're a strikeout person. Not everybody is. I'm not. I usually don't take strikeouts, but if you are somebody that likes taking strikeout plays, Flaherty's someone to be on your radar today. A's Sox. I mean, Sox here. Barnett has not been good. Really, he just gets hit. Barnett's not really giving up homers, but he's getting hit around. 28% of batters get a hit off him. So he must be throwing meatballs. Not even really meatballs, but just like he's just getting a lot of the plate. So Barnett for hits. I mean, hits allowed. Pitcher hits allowed. Pitcher hits. Barnett's line is 5.5 plus money. I think that's not bad. Barnett over 5.5 hits allowed plus money. Kurtz would be the home run guy here, although his odds are really bad. They're plus 290. But I think Kurtz is in a decent spot to hit a home run today against Giolito. 3% home run rate. Versus righties, Kurtz. I mean, these numbers aren't that outstanding. Last 10's pretty good, though. Last 5, not so great. But last 10 looks pretty solid here. That's a good sample size, too. So for StatCast, 50% fly ball, 60% home run to fly ball, 60% hard hit, 95 exit velo. Kurtz is in play for a homer today. He's really the only guy in this game that would take for a homer, but I think taking the Red Sox to win this game is a really good play. Red Sox are fighting for a playoff spot still. The A's kind of aren't. Yeah, Red Sox will win that game, and then Kurtz if you want to take a home run play. And then Mason Barnett hits allowed. How come you never heard of him? Because he's a September call-up. He's only pitched like 2 or 3 games. He's new. He's one of those new guys. The dreaded new guys that we've been talking about so frequently here on this show. So many new guys, man. So many new guys. Jays Rays. This is a banger of a game yesterday. We had it as a 50-50. It ended up being, I think, a 1-run game, right? What was it? Yeah, 1-run game. 6-5 Jays. There's a lot of 1-run games yesterday, actually. Anyways. Yeah, Jays. I like the Jays minus 130 today. 18% ballpark factor here. My autocorrect got first grade grammar. Funny. Gosman going up against Ian Seymour. I like the Jays here. But Ian Seymour is not really a big home run guy. Jays are going to have to do it in one of those, Vladdy's probably a good play today for hits, runs, and RBIs. Good batting average, good hit projection, good hits, runs, RBIs. Springer also probably decent for hits, runs, and RBIs or total bases. Outside of that, not really too keen on player props for the Jays. You like Junior and Belo together? No, I rarely like taking 2 guys on the same team for a home run. Because most of the time, these pitchers will give up 1 home run in a game. They're not going to give up 2. I mean, sometimes they do, but it's rare. Most of the time, if they're giving up a home run, it's probably 1 guy. I mean, you do see back-to-back homers, stuff like that, but I don't think SGPing home runs is a good idea. But Caminero is decent for a homer today. Last 20 exit velo is insane. Last 10 exit, yeah, Junior's been smashing. Yeah, Junior, he looks like Kurtz. Junior and Kurtz, very good StatCast data. Junior and Kurtz have very good StatCast data. Only thing for Junior is his pitch mix is tough, but his pitch mix is always tough. So I don't mind him for a homer today. Hold on, what's going on with this music? One sec, check. Let me figure this out. My speakers are dying. One sec, let me figure this out. I gotta unplug it and plug it back in. All right, I got to figure it out. Had to turn it off and turn it back on, and now it's working. Okay. Need a little music. But yeah, Junior Caminero is not a bad option for home run. Him and Kurtz both, they have bad odds, but they both have insane StatCast data. So I think if you're going to pair Junior with somebody, it'd be probably Kurtz. Padres, Mets, this is the other rain game. Mets, man, I liked the Padres as a dog yesterday, but they got smoked. It makes me a little nervous today. But once again, this is a rain game. David Peterson on the mound, too. I really don't know how you can touch this one with the weather. Can we look at the probability of the rain again? One more time. Mets. Yeah, 65% chance of rain in this game. Way too high. Way too high. it's way too high. So you're probably gonna want to stay away from that one too. Angels, Brewers. I like the Angels as a dog here, honestly. Angels are good value as a mega dog. Angels are a good value play as a mega dog at plus 180. Soriano versus Woodruff. There's not going to be any player props in this one. These are two way too good of pitchers. You could look at Woodruff for strikeouts. Brandon Woodruff, strikeout rate's really good. His line is 7.5. I feel like that's way too high, but these guys strike out 10 times a game, so he definitely can get there. Woodruff strikeouts, I just can't justify a 7.5 line. I can't. I'm sorry, I can't. And then hits, runs, and RBIs, once again, Turang, Churio, Yelich, hits, runs, and RBIs. All three yesterday looked great. All three today looked great. All three hit yesterday. All three are going to hit again today. I wouldn't touch anybody on the... You know what? Angels money line's really only if you want like a super big plus 180 mega dog. Like, there's good value on it. I don't think they're going to win. But there is good value on it. I mean, you got to know what you're getting into. You're getting into a 40% chance here. But yeah, this is another one where you stack the hits, runs, and RBIs for the Brewers, and it looks pretty good. Top of the order. Looks pretty good there. TNT Lucci straight of the day. Well, I haven't even gotten through the whole slate yet, so I don't really have a straight of the day yet. I mean, so far what we've gone through, I do like the Guardians. I like the Giants and the Guardians. Yankees and Twins. Yankees, I like the Yankees again at minus 150. Same thing as yesterday. I mean, they made it way closer than they had to yesterday. They're up 10-1 and almost lost the game. But Yankees, once again, I mean, minus 150 is a pretty good price against the Twins. Taj Bradley versus Luis Gil. I think you can go a lot of ways here with home runs for the Yankees. Giancarlo, I like him. He's on my slip at the bottom of the screen. Judge, not good value, but he's okay for a home run today. Brent's okay for a home run today as well. You got options on the Yankees for homers today. Keishel and Trevor Larnach, I don't mind for hits, runs, and RBIs. Or Keishel and Buxton, sorry. I don't mind for hits, runs, and RBIs. How quick do you post on YouTube? Well, I upload it immediately after the stream. And then it probably takes 30 minutes to actually go live. So I'd say it'll probably be up by noon. In 40 minutes, it'll probably be live on YouTube. But yeah, Yankees in this one are pretty darn good. Minus 150 is good value for the Yankees. And then lots of options for home runs here. Couple guys here for hits, runs, and RBIs. Mariners, Royals. I don't mind. I guess I don't mind the Mariners as a dog. Bryce Miller going up against Cole Reagans. Wow, he hasn't. When's the last time Cole Reagans pitched? Wow. Oh, you're talking homers? Yeah, we'll get to that at the end. When we look at the full leaderboard, we'll look at who's the best options for homers. So in probably about like 10 minutes. Maybe less. Cal Raleigh's okay today with a 23% chance. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's okay. Bobby Witt, Vinny Pasquantino. These are hits run. These are general props plays. Bobby Witt today would be a total basis play. Same with Vinny P. He'd be a hits, runs, RBIs or a total basis play. Probably hits, runs, and RBIs for Vinny P. Bobby Witt, I think you could take for either. He matches up pretty darn good here, actually. 7.02 on the pitch mix. Yeah, I don't mind that. But other than that, I mean, Cole Reagan's pitching for the first time after an I'm scary, but stay away from that. Stay away from props on the Mariners today. Really, this game is. You don't want to target pitchers when they're just coming back. You just don't. It can go either way. It can go really good. It can go really bad. So we gotta be careful there. Rangers versus Astros. Yeah, I mean, we see this line all the time with DeGrom. I think it's when DeGrom's on the mound and you're getting a minus 130 line. It's just a great play. It's just a great play. So, DeGrom, Rangers money line. I think it's a really good play. Only problem is Javier has been pretty good too. So it's going to be a low scoring game. There's not going to be any home run props in this game to take. There's probably not going to be many hits, runs, RBIs props. Someone's going to have to be a hero here. Someone is going to have to be a hero in this pitching matchup. But DeGrom, I would much rather back him than Christian Javier at minus 130. I think it's a very good price for the Rangers today. But a lot of these games, you're just not targeting props. We're in September, man. Props die at the end of seasons. Player props at the end of seasons in every sport. MLB, NBA, NFL. Props go to die at the end of the year. They just do. Weathers versus McCade Brown. I'll tell you right now. This game, McCade Brown is a target for home runs. Found you on YouTube. Appreciate the vids. You helped me make some solid picks last week. Appreciate that. Welcome to the Twitch, man. I appreciate you for watching. Thank you. McCade Brown is a guy we target for home runs. 4% home run rate. That's high. That is very high. I think you could have a lot of options today on the Marlins. I'm riding with Heriberto Hernandez, but you could go Otto Lopez. You could go Agustin Ramirez. You could go even Maximo Acosta, even Troy Johnston. You could even go Troy Johnston, I guess. Yeah, oh my God, what is this? Look at this. 2 homers in his, okay. Yeah, you could go a lot of options here on the Marlins. I think this is probably the best team to target for home runs today. But I'm riding personally. I'm only going to go 1 slip today on the home runs. I'm only going Heriberto Hernandez. But I feel like you could take your pick with a few different people here. Yesterday we loved Jacob Marcy. I don't know if anybody saw. He hit a ball 410 feet or something, and it wasn't a homer. It was a double off the top of the wall. It was off the top of the wall in Colorado. Yeah, but today, Augustine, Heriberto, Troy, Maximo, they all look insanely good today. Hunter Goodman, once again, not bad. Versus lefties, his numbers are solid. I don't mind Hunter Goodman today. And then game 15, Phillies, Dodgers. Looks like the Dodgers will take this one. I don't like the Dodgers' price, though, at minus 142. And the Phillies are fair value at plus 120. So, Luzardo versus Blake Snell. I mean, it's tough because in these games, if you've been watching them, the starting pitching isn't who gives up the home runs, the hits, runs, RBI. It's the bullpens that are getting attacked here. And we can't really predict who's going to come in from the bullpen. So Luzardo, I wouldn't really target him. And Blake Snell, I wouldn't really target him for batter props. There's just maybe Schwarber, but can't justify it. It's the bullpens that are going to give up any runs. Like yesterday, Ohtani looked terrible to hit a home run against Chris Sanchez. He didn't hit a home run against Chris Sanchez, but then the bullpen comes in and he hits a home run. So if you are taking anybody in these games, you probably are banking on 1 or 2 at-bats for them to attack the bullpen, which makes it very difficult to bet. It's very hard to bet on blind information. That's just pure luck at that point. Without using any sort of data, you're betting on intuition and blind luck. So can't really justify any of these hitters against these 2 pitchers. You just can't. Just can't. All right, home runs. Colson Montgomery, he's number 1 with 26%. Cal Raleigh, Giancarlo, pretty ugly probabilities here, man. I think best bang for your buck on this page is Heriberto Hernandez. He's like plus 500. He's the best bang for your buck. Kurtz looks outstanding, and so does Caminero with their StatCast. Giancarlo's due. Colson's due. But, this is a rough home run probability leaderboard here. Only 5 guys above a 20% chance. It's brutal. That's brutal. This is a brutal home run leaderboard. That's the best of the best on the day. Woodruff strikeouts. He's obviously number 1 with that matchup against the Angels. Cole Ragans, wouldn't touch him with that just coming back from injury. Got to stay away from that. Other than that, we got a lot of orange and red matchups here. Orange means kind of middle of the pack in terms of how much they strike out. Red means they don't strike out that much. Green's what you want. We only have 2 green matches at the top, and his line's insanely high, and he's an injury guy. Next best would be way down here with Ryan Weathers. Gavin Williams, Barnett. It's just a little brutal of a day. Honestly, I think the value here today is on some of these money lines that we talked about. Hits allowed could be decent too if you're targeting props, but these batter props today, maybe you could find a couple good total basis plays on this list here. A couple hits, runs, RBIs plays like those Brewers, stacking them, but overall, just a pretty rough day for player props. Especially home runs. Jeez Louise. I haven't seen a board this bad. This is what the board usually looks like on like a 8-game Wednesday or a Thursday slate, like an 8-game Thursday or a 9-game Monday slate, not a 15-game Wednesday slate. Rangers, I mean, I think you could go with possibly the Giants today. You could go with the Guardians today. You could go with the Red Sox today. You could go with the Blue Jays today. Yankees. Those are all good money lines there. You could go Rangers, Yankees, Blue Jays, or Rangers, Blue Jays, Red Sox, Rangers, Yankees, Red Sox, Rangers, Red Sox, Guardians, Rangers, Red Sox, Giants, Rangers, Guardians, Giants. A few options. So, yeah, you got options. That's where the value is today, in my opinion. It's on these money lines. This is where the value is on these money lines. So, good luck today. I'm going to be posting a video today. Probably, obviously, this video is going to go on there. But I'll probably post some stuff for Thursday Night Football today, too, on like TikTok and YouTube. Short form content for Thursday Night Football will probably be posted this afternoon. So, be on the look for that if you're interested in NFL stuff. But other than that, appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube if you haven't yet, and I will catch y'all tomorrow. Peace out.